Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the Gemini Jets Commemorative Emirates Boeing 777-300ER in their Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E. Blue Mobility Livery Scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Easy Toys and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular commemorative aircraft model, allow me to share some information about the history of Emirates and how they came about, if you would please. Emirates is a Gulf-based carrier that was conceived and founded on March 25, 1985 with financial backing from Dubai's royal family after Gulf Air began to cut back services to Dubai in the mid-1980s and officially commenced operations shortly thereafter 7 months later on October 25, 1985, and the airline's first inaugural flight destination was Emirates Flight EK600, which departed Dubai to Karachi, Pakistan, using a used Boeing 727-200 aircraft. Whereas the corporate headquarters of Emirates is located in the Al Ghar district section of Deira, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located nearby on the grounds of Dubai International Airport, which is located approximately 3 miles east of Dubai, also located in the Al Ghar district section of Deira, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. As of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Emirates is currently the world's biggest international airline carrier, as well as the 7th largest airline in the world in terms of revenue and the largest operating airline in the Middle East, as Emirates is also the world's 4th largest airline in terms of brand value as well as in terms of international passengers carried. Emirates also operates 5 of the world's longest nonstop commercial flights from Dubai to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, and Auckland, New Zealand, respectively, as Emirates currently flies to 157 destinations in 83 countries across 6 inhabited continents from its global hub at Dubai International Airport in Dubai, as Emirates is currently one of 10 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, South African Airways, and United Airlines respectively, with an operating fleet of 255 aircraft. That includes 134 Boeing 777s, in which 10 of those are the Boeing 777-200LRs, and the remaining 124 are the Boeing 777-300ERs, with no unfulfilled orders pending on these aircraft types. However, in addition to the 255 aircraft that currently operates in the Emirates fleet, Emirates also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 195 more aircraft. That includes 115 of the forthcoming next generation Boeing 777-9Xs, which are scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime around 2024, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Emirates is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Emirates for this particular aircraft is 1H. All right, everyone, let's take a look at this custom-made box. This is painted in blue, which is designed in blue, as you can see. And what you see at the top is the aircraft type, the scale model information, the Emirates decal, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft, the Expo 2020 Dubai.com website address, as well as the Emirates store as well in the front of the box. All right, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see there is all the information and specification concerning this particular aircraft model, including the aircraft type you see here at the top. There's the specifications right there, and there's the history of this aircraft, as well as the computer-generated picture of the aircraft. And then you see the Emirates official license product decal see at the bottom of the box. You can pause and read this information, which I find very informative. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? All right, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, the scale model information, the Emirates decal, as well as the Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E decal and logo there as well. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on. All right, now you're looking at the left side of the box. You see the aircraft type, the scale model information, as well as the Emirates decal you see on the left side of the box. All right, now you're looking at the right side of the box. You see the aircraft type, the scale model information, the Emirates decal, as well as the Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E decal and logo as well. And now what you're looking at is the foam packaging, which is this right here that actually protects the model as well as the accessory that came with the model. So I'm going to take that off and let you see what's inside of the packaging. Let's check it out. All right, this is what it looked like after I took the top packaging foam off, and this is what it looks like. Looking at the actual aircraft model, the actual gears that goes on this model, the model stand, as well as the gear replacement doors inside that plastic back there. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of those gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, okay? So with that said, I'm going to take all that out and we're going to get on with the review, okay? All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of Emirates and how they came about, all the details here on the front of the box as well as the back of the box, plus the packaging, which included all the details inside of the packaging, the model, the gears, the gear replacement doors, and the model stand. With no further ado, here is the model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets Commemorative Emirates Boeing 777-300ER in their Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E Blue Mobility Livery Scheme in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share some information about the Expo 2020 Dubai Commemorative Livery Scheme that came about for this aircraft, if you would please. In celebration of the Expo 2020 Dubai Universal Exposition that Dubai was awarded at the Bureau of International Expositions in Paris, France on November 27, 2013, Emirates unveiled their special commemorative livery scheme dedicated to the Expo 2020 Dubai Universal Exposition at the Emirates Engineering Hangar facility that's located on the grounds of Dubai International Airport in Dubai, United Arab Emirates on November 1, 2017. And the first aircraft that began sporting this commemorative livery scheme was a Boeing 777-300ER, which bears the registration ship number A6-EPK, which happens to be this aircraft you're looking at here. The Expo 2020 Dubai Commemorative Livery Scheme is actually based on the Expo 2020 logo that was unveiled on March 28, 2016, which was also inspired by an ancient ring that was excavated in Dubai, as it also underlines Emirates' support for the vision of Expo 2020 Dubai, as Emirates is also the official airline partner of Expo 2020 Dubai. And as part of this commemorative livery scheme, Emirates also installed 3 different decal color designs that actually reflects the different sub-themes of Expo 2020 Dubai, in which the color themes are Shirlene Blue, which represents mobility, which happens to be this aircraft you're looking at here, Amber Ting Orange, which represents opportunity, and Emerald Green, which represents sustainability, as it took approximately 15,000 man-hours and approximately 14 months to install these commemorative decals on 40 of their aircraft, which consists of 20 of their Airbus A380-800, as well as 20 of their Boeing 777-300ERs collectively, as these particular aircraft will continue to sport the commemorative decals up until April 2022, after the Expo 2020 Dubai Universal Exposition event has concluded on March 31st, 2022. So, with that information out of the way about this livery, how it came about, with no further ado, everyone, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model, shall we? Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start there, where you see the actual nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on it, PK, the pitot tubes and the static ports, the radar nose cone, the windshield wipers, and the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model reviews. Please stay tuned for that part. But underneath the cockpit windows is the Boeing 777-300ER decal, which is this decal right here. Emirates acquired their very first Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number A6-EBA on March 25, 2005, and acquired their last Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number A6-EQP on November 30, 2018. Emirates at one time registered and operated as many as 153 Boeing 777-300ERs in their fleet. And now, as of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, there are only 124 Boeing 777-300ERs that remains operating in their fleet, as Emirates is currently the largest operator of the Boeing 777-300ER variant. All right, we still at the front of the aircraft. Here on the port side, and what you're looking at is the Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E. official premier partner slogan and its host logo, which is this right here. And this is the official revised logo for the Dubai Expo 2020, which was unveiled by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who is, by the way, the ruler of Dubai, as well as the Vice President of the United Arab Emirates, on March 28, 2016, as the design of the logo actually came about after a 4,000-year-old ring was found at an archaeological site in the desert of the United Arab Emirates, was the actual inspiration behind the new Dubai Expo 2020 logo, as Dubai won the right to host the 2020 Exposition by the Bureau of International Expositions in Paris, France on November 27, 2013. The same day that Emirates took delivery of their 40th Airbus A380-800 jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number A6-EEN, as the Dubai 2020 Universal Exposition was actually scheduled to be held from October 20, 2020 to April 10, 2021, has officially been rescheduled as the official Dubai 2020 Universal Exposition event date was now being held from October 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022, as the logo can also be visibly seen on the middle sectional part of the fuselage, which is painted in Shirlene blue, which represents mobility, as Emirates is the official airline partner of the Expo 2020 Dubai. I'm going to show you that now. That's the logo right there, you see right there. You also see the Expo 2020 on the engine calendar as well. All right. And now you're looking at the lower part of the center part of the fuselage, and underneath the wings is the triple landing bogey gears, right? You see right here, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. But more important, these big massive engines you see on here. And these are the General Electric GE90-115B turbofan type engines that are used on this particular Emirates Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to find out if these turbofan blades do actually spin. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, featuring the engine stripes right there. And then do the turbofan blades spin? Let's find out. Yes, they do. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing light right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears. Includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side, featuring the engine stripes right there. And the turbofan blades spin over here as well. Let's check it out. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing light right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wiper you see there, the radar nose cone, the nose gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear doors, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. All right, now you're looking at the inner engine column here on the starboard side. What you see is Emirates logo number 1 that's displayed on the engine column, which would be this logo right there. And this particular logo consists of the name Emirates in Arabic calligraphic letters. However, the Emirates logo was remodified again in November 1999, and this logo is still in use today, as this logo could be seen on all of the Emirates jetliner engines. Now I'm going to show it on the other engine as well. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the Emirates logo number 1 on this side of the engine here as well. You see right there on the engine column right there. All right, now you're looking at the edge of the rake wingtip here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the red navigation light you see displayed there, as well as the strobe light you see there as well. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side. And what you're looking at is the registration ship number, which is A6-EPK, which is this registration ship number right here. Registration ship number A6-EPK. This aircraft is actually the 114th Emirates Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft out of the 124 that's currently operating in service that actually entered the Emirates fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on February 11, 2016 and was delivered to Emirates on March 16, 2016. This aircraft was also the very first aircraft in the Emirates fleet that was painted in their Expo 2020 Dubai commemorative livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft. What you're looking at is Emirates logo number 2, which is the U.A.E flag decal that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, which is this right here. And this flag decal resembles the national flag of the U.A.E, the United Arab Emirates, as Emirates is one of the major flag carrier airlines of the U.A.E, the United Arab Emirates. And then right around here is the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right there, as well as the strobe light right there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There you have it. Awesome. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side. We're going to start at the front where you see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, PK, the P2 static ports, the radon nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the Boeing 777-300ER decal, the Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E official premier partner decal, as well as the logo, the front cargo container loading door, as well as the logos painted in Shirlene blue you see there, as well as the Expo 2020 is on the engine column as well. All right, now you're looking at the General Electric GE90-115B turbofan type engines right here, featuring the Expo 20 decal I mentioned earlier, the engine cones, as well as the side view of these landing outer bogie gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the rake wingtip here on the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light you see there on the edge of the rake wingtip, as well as the strobe light you see there as well. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo container loading door, the AFT boat bin door, the registration ship number, as well as Emirates logo number 2, which resembles that of the United Arab Emirates flag, as well as the strobe light right there. All right, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. So we're going to check them out now. Let's check it out. They roll a little rough though, but you still got to be careful with them. They're real delicate, but it does tilt, as you can see there. And the front nose gear swivels there as well, as you see there as well. So with no further ado, allow me to show you the aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front where you see the radar nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, and you slide up this way. You see the anti-collision beacon light you see there. You see the Expo 2020 Dubai U.A.E decal on both sides. And you also see the special customized logo right there, painted in Shirlene blue, as I mentioned earlier. And then you see that big little big old deal right there. That's a satellite communications antenna, and then there's another high frequency antenna there. And then we slide up this way, ADF antenna in 3D, a couple more high frequency antenna, and then there's the vertical stabilizer known as the tail fin, and then there's the horizontal stabilizer featuring the little dots right there, as well as over here as well. Those little black dots, folks, are called the illuminator lights, and the sole purpose of these illuminator lights is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings and the engines. Alright, you see the wing walkway as well as the engine right there. And then you see the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve as well as the rake wingtip device on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out over here. See the wing walkway over here, the engine right there, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. We're going to start at the front here. See the radar nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the nose gear door, and the actual front nose gear right here. And then you slide up this way. And you see the Emirates billboard titles right there underneath. And then you see the collision beacon light right there in between the M right there. And that's where the hole where the stand goes in at. The Gemini Jets decal, a couple high frequency antennas, pressure relief valve, and the APU housing doors, and the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft. They tilt pretty good. And then you're looking at the engines right there with the Emirates logo right there, as I mentioned earlier, as well as the wings underneath, includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip underneath. Now let's check out the gears on this side. Cool, tip right there, perfect. And then you see the Expo 2020 decal right there, as well as the engine's Emirates logo on this side here as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Okay, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on this nice little model stand that actually came with the model you see there. And you see that black pattern there, folks? The sole purpose of that black pattern is not only to protect your model, it also prevent it from being damaged or scratched when you put your aircraft model on this particular model stand. So no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, fine, got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed on the stand, being viewed in the takeoff landing position, it's being viewed from the port side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at the model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position that's being viewed from the front view angle. Now you see it being viewed with the model on the stand in takeoff landing position being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. And finally, you see this model on the stand, being displayed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model to stand, I got it at this angle for a reason, and the reason is it's the magnetic gears that actually came with the model. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off and let you see what I'm talking about. We're going to start the front nose gear here first. That's magnetic. So is the bogey gears here on the port side as well as the starboard side as well. I'm going to take that off here right now. There. So with that said, since I got all the gears off, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode gears up position. Let's check it out. Okay, now you see this model being displayed in flight mode / gears up position without the gears. Now you got one or two options how you want to continue to display your model. You want to continue to display your model like this, that's fine. That's the gear up in flight mode position. You see these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag featuring the two little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, so you can substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can do the other option, just keep them on there in the gear down position. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. Emirates has 5 seating configured cabin layout versions that they actually use on their Boeing 777-300ERs. However, on this particular Emirates Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft, it seats 360 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 2, which will be from here to here. You have 8 first-class suites, rows 6 to 11, which will be from here to about right here. You have 42 business class angle lie flatbed seats in rows 17 to 50, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 310 economy class seats, which brings a total of 360 seats. And finally, Emirates currently employs their Boeing 777-300ERs or have previously utilized their Boeing 777-300ERs on routes from its primary hub at Dubai International Airport in Dubai to worldwide destinations such as Accra, Ghana, Addis Ababa, Adelaide, Australia, Ahmedabad, Algiers, Amman, Amsterdam Schiphol, Baghdad, Bahrain, Bangalore, Bangkok Suvarnabhumi, Barcelona, Basra, Beijing Capital, Beirut, Birmingham, England, Boston, Logan, Brisbane, Australia, Budapest, Romania, Cairo, Egypt, Cape Town, South Africa, Casablanca, Morocco, Cebu, Philippines, Clark, Philippines via Cebu, Philippines, Chennai, India, Chicago O'Hare, Cochin, Colombo, Copenhagen, Denmark, Dallas, Fort Worth, Daman, Dar es Salaam, Delhi, India, Denpasar, Dhaka, Dublin, Ireland, Durban, South Africa, Dusseldorf, Germany, Edinburgh, Scotland, Entebbe, Frankfurt, Germany, Geneva, Switzerland, Hamburg, Germany, Hanoi, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Houston Bush Intercontinental, Hyderabad, Islamabad, Istanbul, Ataturk, Istanbul, Sabia, Gochin, Jakarta, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Johannesburg, South Africa, Kabul, Karachi, Pakistan, Khartoum, Kolkata, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Kuwait, Lagos, Nigeria, Lahore, Pakistan, Lisbon, Portugal, London, Gatwick, London, Heathrow, London, Stansted, Los Angeles, California, Luanda, Lyon, France, Malé, Maldives, Manchester, England, Manila, Philippines, Medina, Saudi Arabia, Milan, Malpensa, Moscow, Dumas de Devo, Madrid, Spain, Mumbai, India, Munich, Germany, Muscat, Oman, Nairobi, Kenya, Newark, New Jersey, Newcastle, United Kingdom, Orlando, Florida, Osaka, Kansai, New York, JFK, Oslo, Norway, Paris, Charles de Gaulle, Perth, Australia, Peshawar, Phuket, Thailand, Port Louis, Prague, Czech Republic, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Rome Fiumicino, Sao Paulo, Brazil, San Francisco, California, Seoul Incheon, Seattle, Washington, Seychelles, Shanghai, Pudong, Seoul, Cap, Singapore, Changi, St. Petersburg, Russia, Stockholm, Orlando, Sydney, Australia, Tehran, Taipei, Taiwan, T. Reuben, Antha, Param, Tokyo, Haneda, Tokyo, Narita, Toronto, Tunis, Venice, Italy, Vienna, Austria, Warsaw, Poland, Washington, Dulles, Yangon, Zagreb, Zurich, Switzerland, Abidjan via Accra, Ghana, Conakry, Dakar via Conakry, Auckland, New Zealand via Denpasar, Malta via Larnaca, Harare via Lusaka, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Buenos Aires, Argentina via Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Phnom Penh via Yangon, and Newark, New Jersey via Athens. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know, you got this model or you plan on getting it? This model is still available. Probably want to snatch it up because it's got to become a collector's item, that's for sure. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.